again, thank you for joining us here on the air. I'm starting 41 meteorologist joining live here from our studios here. We're just going to come on the air here. Today we do have a level 4 out of 5 threat on the SPC outlook. So let's go ahead. We do have 2 tornado warnings on the board. Please, just give me a few minutes. I'm lagging today. But we have a tornado warning here that remains in effect until 7:45, so not for quite long. But the main concern, again, are these 2 tornado warnings. We did earlier, just a few moments ago, we did have a tornado warning for Springfield, Ozark, and that was a confirmed tornado. That tornado has since lifted, and we now have no reports of any tornado on the ground. So that's some amazing news. Later, we will hop off of the radar, and I'm going to take you here to Spotter Network, and we'll go here through our reports and what we're looking at across this area. So again, we have these few tornado warnings. Let's just go in there tighter on that one tornado warning. That's for Sparta and Ozark. Let's turn off that mouse reading. Wait 1 second. Okay. So here's a tornado warning there. That's going to expire in about 20 minutes or so. That's radar indicated. This is a radar indicated tornado warning. Let me get that. Alright, here's the new severe thunderstorm warning. I'll put this. This is going to be. Okay, get that amendment to load up. Again, we're looking at a new severe thunderstorm warning. There's the beat for that, and you see we do have this PDS. It's a pretty rare thing, a PDS severe thunderstorm watch. If you see it there on your thumbnail, I'll put the thumbnail back up and show you what we're tracking for today. We are looking at the chance here for a level 4 out of 5 threat there on the SPC outlook. Breaking live weather, a PDS severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, and frequent lightning and cloud to ground lightning is likely today. So let's go ahead and just get you straight into the new details. Now coming in to our studios and looking at this new warning. I'll take this off and we'll go back here to radar. This is a new severe thunderstorm warning. Again, here on your screen, these storms are pretty good storms. They are damaging, so we need you to be in that tornado safe place. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to that tornado warning, but give me 1 second here. I've just been lagging all day today. All right, so let me put this down here. We'll go back here to that tornado warning. This is going to be in Parkinson, Missouri right now, so pretty populated area. Missouri, you guys are now under a tornado warning, or places in Missouri. The whole state cannot be in a tornado warning, but let me put this live here. Again, we're looking at this tornado warning on your screen. That'll load up there in just 1 second. Give that just for a minute. We're going to look here at our warnings on the board. These are 4 tornado warnings. Give that 1 second to load up. Those warnings, but again, the main concern are these warnings on the board that we do have tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings today. Is again a pretty high-end threat. I'll show you that again. But there is our thumbnail for today. Breaking live weather, level 4 out of 5 threat is likely. Or is forecasted. They went ahead and issued that moderate threat. Pretty rare moderate threat. Haven't had a moderate threat in a long time like that. So again, we're just waiting for these warnings to pop up. Alright, so again, let's go in there extremely tighter there on these tornado warnings. Of course, tornado warnings are our main concern. Again, keep in mind, a level 4 out of 5 threat is issued for today. Pretty rare. So again, we're just going to keep covering these with you. I might have to end the stream. I don't really know. It's just not the best health, or not the best transmission with the stream. I know we're having issues today with the stream. But give me a second. Just gonna double check everything's working on the air here. You want to go check out other streamers. Check out Cruz Haynes, Severe Weather Center, and then you can also check out Electro Tornado. Really appreciate you all for joining. Hey, Legacy Adventures. Hello. I sound young, but I think it's the microphone. I've I've tried to get that microphone to sound better, but it's not. It doesn't. Sorry, the stream is not the best health today. I don't even know what that is. Don't even ask me what Stream Elements is. I've got arguments going on in my chat. Both of those things, they're not moderators, by the way. They're not moderators. I had moderate Nightbot because it kicked off one of my things off my stream for no reason. So they're not. Trust me, they're not. They're not gonna argue in there. Yeah, I know. They're not. They're both of them are mods, so they can do it. They can do it all they want. But yeah. Like I said, I'm getting a new microphone, so I don't really know why it makes my voice high note. I'm getting a new microphone soon, hopefully. Legacy, are you going live today? But again, keep in mind this tornado warning is still in effect here for Ozark. I might have to end the stream because I don't want to have bad stream. It says it's healthy, but the computer is not the best either. Are you going live today, Legacy? There's a tornado warning on your screen, guys. We'll go here to velocity, or the wind component. Oh, yeah. I can agree. They're supposed to start firing pretty late. Yeah, that rotation, I think it might have already moved out of that storm, or maybe already moved out of that storm. I really don't see any rotation with that. Let's go up here to the northern storm. I think more rotation with that. But, yeah, I really don't know. I haven't been checking. I think Wednesday is supposed to be good as well. I'm trying to cut off the streaming. Like I said, I am over the age. Thank you. You too. Bye. See ya. Yeah, tune in when you can. I'll be live for a few more hours, maybe. If the stream keeps going. If you guys want to watch any other streamers, check out. And then at Electric Tornado, they're live right now as well. Keep in mind, 100-mile-per-hour winds are likely, or they're not likely, but possible today in the stream. So we're going to be live for a few more hours. Looks like they went ahead and dropped that tornado warning for Fair Grove. Let's go ahead and clear off that drawing, and we'll just pan this down. Whoa, okay. And I'll pan this down here to this tornado warning down here off to the south near McCracken and Sparta. I really don't see any rotation with that. Let's go higher in the elevation, or higher in the atmosphere, or let's look into the atmosphere higher. See what we have there.
So, yeah, what's up, Storm Team? Such a big delay today. I don't know what happened with the reschedule. yeah, there's that.
Alright, I'll show you where again where we have this main concern. Again, I don't really get Canada alerts, so you might have to. I think what we're gonna do is I think we're gonna end stream after about an hour or so because I don't get Canada alerts with this app. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to take a few changes, and do not be mad at me for this. We're gonna have to take a few changes, and gonna have to change apps here. So I'll have to end the stream and then come back on because I'll have to change the apps because I don't get Canada alerts with this app because today, in the first time since I've ever done streaming, we will be covering Canada storm because they have an extreme risk for severe storms today, which had not happened in about 8 years or so. So it's been a few years. So we will be tracking. We will be tracking. Okay. We will be tracking Canada storms. Maybe our radar towers will reach up there to Canada. I'm not really sure, and they will. So again, we're just looking at a sneak peek. Again, these are not the warnings. I can't get warnings for Canada. I should have to change the apps, but you see, we do have those storms in Canada, and there is more just north of this area. But I just clicked on the radar site to show you the storms. But again, storms in Canada we will be tracking today later. So stay tuned for that. I've never tracked Canada storms, but I'll show you today's outlooks or NATO cast. We'll show NATO cast here in 1 second, but give me one moment while I get the SPC pulled up. Okay, and here's a new tornado warning. This is going to be again in Missouri. Once again, let's say they went ahead and issued that new tornado warning just near Springfield. Actually, that might have just been canceled. I don't really know. It says there's a new warning, but okay. But here is today's SPC outlook. We do have that level 4 out of 5 rare, by the way. Rare 4 out of 5 threat. Occurring right now. Again, not a high risk, but a moderate risk for severe storms today. And that's what we're going to be tracking later on in the evening. So we're going to be live here for a few more hours, and then we'll be ending here in about an hour, so maybe even 30 minutes. What are they? Okay. There's that new tornado warning. So we have a new tornado warning now. That's going to be issued there for about 40 more minutes or so. Oh. Oh. I'll just have to pull up the thumbnail again. Okay, I'll just pull up the thumbnail and show y'all today's thumbnail. Okay, I'll just pull up a thumbnail and show y'all today's thumbnail. There is today's thumbnail, breaking live weather. You're in the Stormy 41 studios where we're tracking it all from severe thunderstorm warnings to tornado warnings. We're tracking it all this evening, and we'll be live for several more hours, 2 more hours or so. We're going to be maxing out our limit. I'm not going to max up the limit, but we should be maxing out our record today because today is, again, a pretty rare 4 out of 5 threat today on the SPC outlook. There's today's thumbnail on your screen. Breaking live weather, PDF, severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail, and frequent lightning, and cloud to ground lightning is all on the table. So we're going to be with you here for the next few hours. Again, like I said, we're going to be ending stream, and then we'll be coming on within the next 5 more minutes. And then, because I'm going to have to change the apps, because today we will actually be tracking Canada storm. So that's going to be a new thing for us. So let me just get this radar app situated, and we'll go here again on these new tornado warnings, of course. So let me take off that thumbnail. 1 second here. I'm doing this all by hand. Okay. Alright, so looking at live radar, again, this is live radar as of, that's going to change my time again. Let me put this time on. Okay, so this is a radar as of about 8 o'clock here. This radar scan is about 3 minutes old, but it's still real-time data. It looks like they are doing something to these warnings. We're just going to keep that on your screen. I'm going to be right back here and blow my nose. But that watch is still in effect. I think they might have went ahead and they're probably gonna issue a new one. That text at the top of your screen, this is now an observed tornado warning. It's a radar confirmed tornado warning, but we're still going to count it as an observed tornado warning. So let's go here to velocity, show you that signature. Whoa, that's a very, very tight. Just now near Sparta, or over Sparta. We need you to be in your tornado safe places. And if you're a streamer and you're not talking on your stream, you need to be talking, because this is... Alright, one thing I want to look at is debris. This is going to be sort of our... ooh, that is concerning. Very concerning. Likely tornado on the ground. You see, we have this... let me get my pen tool out. I'll show you what I mean. Alright, so let's look here at this. Let's look at this rotation. That's your debris signature right there. We have a debris signature. A debris signature is basically where we have debris from a tornado being lofted up into the atmosphere, being detected by radar, then being thrown back down. And we do have, when the radar depicts it, we look for the bluish colors, and you see it's basically a random dot. It's a few pixels, not a lot of pixels, and it is a. Let me get that pen to work. Oh, you can't depict what I'm talking about. Okay, I need to get a new laptop or a new computer or something. This is not working. I want to see if we can get the split view. I think it might be paid. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is. So there's your debris. This is Kershaw coefficient. This is the debris ball. We look for we look for debris being lofted up by the storm in the atmosphere, and the radar depicts it out, and it puts it on a map. And you see, there's our debris signature right there. And let's go back to velocity, and let's sort of match the two up practically, and we'll just get you the more detailed view onto this storm. Let me clear that off. But again, the thing at the top of your screen is indicating that this is a confirmed tornado warning, and it is an observed tornado warning. This might be human confirmed, and that's radar indicated again. I really don't know what we're doing here. It needs to be confirmed. It still is putting down debris. Alright, let's put this live. I think they went ahead and put that. See, it's just in radar indicated. I don't even know. It's what? I mean, look, y'all. It says radar indicated rotation, but then it wants to say observed. I'm like, what? You gotta make a little bit more sense here. Okay, yeah, that's gone now. If it's something that's gone because we just saw a new scan came by, you see that had that line came through. That's the new scan coming in. Looks like that's just now because still looking at it on the velocity color, but tables, but we're not looking at it anymore on the debris. I think the debris signature went away. I think it might still be on the ground, but it's not lofting up debris. At that moment, it was not lofting up debris. So again, we're just gonna keep an eye on this. It's gonna be moving into Velzer, Brunner, McCracken. She might have already hit you guys. Shady Grove. It probably already went over you. Anchor Hills. So Anchor Hills, Velzer, Brunner. Anchor Hills, Bishop Hollow, Peck Ridge need to be in that tornado safe place as this couplet or velocity return or anything, whatever you want to call it, is moving toward your area. So Velzer need to be in that tornado safe place. Safe place as this Okay, let's put this live. We're not looking at live data. This is about 10 minutes old. Yeah, that's probably just fallout, to be honest now. I think it's actually tightening up, to be honest. But again, we're still tracking this tornado warning. I really think that the rotation or the debris sort of fell out than it was just a few minutes ago. We'll go back scans here just 1 second. So just give me one moment. But let's go here to velocity, looking at the live radar scan here as about 10:57. So about a few minutes ago. Where again, this is a okay, we're going to put this back in reflectivity. I want to zoom out, show you the full picture. These alerts, they're pretty delayed. I know we have a tornado warning just north of this tornado warning, yeah, right there. And I think that concern with that one is the straight line damaging wind threat. I think that's what they're issuing that warning for, yeah. You see that rotation. It's honestly nothing. I see what they're looking at, to be honest, but I don't really know what rotation is. When you look at the storm, I mean, I see where they're going with the tornado warning, but the main concern is that straight line damaging winds. I'll show you what straight line damaging winds actually is, and what straight line damaging winds is it's basically a curving or bowing segment of that wind. So you see where we have the sort of the greens and the yellows, they sort of make a little curvy type texture. And what that does is when that's moving toward your area, it comes in very hot and is very damaging. So we don't really like straight line damaging winds. That's what is happening with that tornado warning just north of that tornado warning that's having the board right now. So let me put this back here down here to the south again. We're just tracking this tornado warning near Velzer, Brenner, and Elkhead. I think rotation pretty weak now than it was about 5 minutes ago. Again, pretty weak rotation right now, but pretty still there at least. Let's go back here to the debris signature or crystal coefficient. This is our debris. This is just looking at the debris loft in the atmosphere. Really nothing, to be honest, right now. Some debris near Sparta, but I think that must be radar clutter because we're not really seeing any rotation near that. So just paint the picture here, and all that warning right there near Ozark and the Kraken has expired. But moving up here to the north, we still have that tornado warning for the Boeing straight line winds. Right up here to the north, that's something concerning. What we look for with this is we look for these Boeing segments on reflectivity, and you see we have that Boeing segment or arrow type looking, or almost like a nose, person with a nose. That's basically giving that storm energy to depend with, and when it does have that energy, it produces that straight line damaging wind. So let's go back here to velocity, not reflect velocity. But yeah, there's your straight line damaging winds right there in the peaches color. We'll get some readouts with that. I think we're going to take a break here for about 30 minutes or so, and then we'll be right back on here in a few more minutes. But looking at the peach color, there's about 55 mile an hour, 40. There's 50. So definitely the straight line damaging wind threat right there on your screen. I think we're going to go ahead and end this stream. Or actually, what we might do is let that sit on the tri-state radar. I think we might just do that. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do this, y'all. I'll just let this tri-state radar sit. I think what we're going to do is that I'm just going to turn on some music. I'll let the thumbnail sit because I'm going to take a break. So let me just do a few things before we do that. So we'll be right back. Like I said, I'm going to try to put this on. It should be about 30 minutes or so. And then we'll be right back on. Okay, and I'll take all that top stuff off. Alright, again, we're just taking a break. We're not going to be right. We're just going to take a break here. We'll be back here in about 30 more minutes or so. So do not get stressed. We will be right back. Alright, I'll turn this music on, I'll mute, and then we'll be right back. So stay tuned, and we'll be right back in about 30 more minutes or so. stream going, so I think we're going to end the stream and come back, so just stay tuned and just have that notification bell on. Thank you for joining, and we'll be right back here in about maybe an hour or so, or I'll watch the radar here in the studio. So, thank you for joining us here on the stream, and have a great rest of your night, and we'll be